when you commit for this one to be your husband or to be your wife, then the commitment is there that through thick and thin, that you're going to be with them. And I can tell you this from my own experience. You need to look at that person and remember why you fell in love with them. I found out when I went out on the campaign trail and was promoting West to run for U.S. Senate, I was only saying good things about him. I mean, just good things over and over. Why he would be good for our nation, to make those good choices and decisions. Well, when we came off of the campaign trail, I found out that my love for him was just running over. Ooh, it was like I had fallen in love with him again. So I encourage husbands and wives that through the day, think about your mate with love. Think about them with that tenderness and what you admire about that person and what you're looking forward to when they come home from work or you come home from work. So let's build this house, okay? First of all, marriage is a faith decision. When you go into marriage, it's faith. You don't know how long that marriage is going to last. If we are rooted and grounded in the Word, if we follow the teachings of Jesus, we can keep on and make that marriage last, especially if husbands and wives are together in their spiritual values. And when you're not, there comes a time when the other one walks away. So we need building materials, right? So we have to have this faith. And, it does not require proof or evidence that it will work. It is a binding relationship, a commitment, meeting of minds and spirits that says, we are going to be husband and wife. We are going to live together and enjoy one another and build a home together. A home just does not happen. It's got to be worked on. You know yourself. If you don't work on that house, and in that house, it gets to be crummy. I mean, I look at my house and things that I cannot do that I used to do, and I'm just, it's not what I like. But that's where my life is right now, when I have other people taking care of me. But that works with a husband and a wife, that relationship. So there are more marriages dissolved because of mental and spiritual incompatibility than for physical reasons. Mental and spiritual incompatibility. We need to know where the other's heart is. And if that love is there for one another, you can work through the problems, and you can bring about a good, solid marriage. Well, marriage is an institution that was established by God. It's divinely initiated arrangement whereby human beings can give and receive love, care, companionship, and help. And there are times as a wife you just want to go and crawl in their lap and lean on them and say, okay, take all my burdens. Take these problems. I can't solve them. And let's face it, Sarah, you did us in. You made a decision to fix the problem. And all women from then on have been trying to fix the problems. And you know what? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We cannot fix everything. We can pray and ask God to show us what we can do to help things to be better and to grow. Amen? An arena where children can be desired, can be planned for, where they are loved and nurtured. There's so much pain in the world today. So many little children that are being abused and killed by their own mothers and dads. And it just makes you to know that this world has got to come to an end. There's got to be a change. Maybe when we're back for the millennium and there will be peace on this earth. Amen. But our children are not a remedy for personal unhappiness. If a person is very unhappy, having a child is not going to solve that problem. But when that child comes to you, they need to be nurtured. They need to be cared for. They need to be loved. You know, you're no longer first in your life, but you got to be a mom or you got to be a dad, and that child comes first. And we can look at people that we know that are grown with children, and their concern is just for themselves and for what they want to do, not for the needs of the children. So a marriage is a partnership, and each have the responsibility for contributing something good and positive to the well-being of the other. Each one has that responsibility to contribute something good, something that's positive to the well-being of the other, and should think in terms of we, not I. It's no longer I, but it's we, right? So no marriage is perfect. And you look over there at that guy when he wakes up in the morning, his hair's all, and then or he gets upset at you and you say, ooh, is this the person I married? You know. So what we're going to do, we have to talk. We have to renovate, just like a house has to be renovated. It's got to be repainted. It's got to have those bad wood removed and put some good wood in. Well, that's the way a marriage is. So we need to talk. We need to renovate. We need to counsel and adjust to something that's unchangeable. Sometimes they're just not going to change. So communication is the living room, and this is where I'm going to start next week.